All right, Mark Bell here at Super Training Gym here at Obi Vincent, and going to work on some stuff with running. You've been running a little bit. You've been doing CrossFit. You don't bodybuild as much anymore. You've been doing some other stuff, right?
Yeah, so trying to be one of those cool hybrid athletes.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Just trying to get him more comfortable with running, because as you can see, he's big. He's taller than me. He's thicker than me. He's got some big ass muscles over here. And it's just hard to try to mitigate the stress of running. And so what I'm going to teach him today is just to go low and slow. And I'm going to show him a couple things with the these little WEC shakers. So here we go. Just start out real slow.
What is that for?
This is to help with kind of like the rhythm of your run. You get them to kind of go like this. That's kind of the noise that you want them to make. There you go. You kind of picked it up right away.
They're like Maharaji.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is a great idea.
And then kind of just loosen the shoulders a bit. There you go. You guys see right away how big man here immediately loosened up the shoulders. He's got that pop going. David Weck talks about this idea of a double down.
Right.
That when you see a lot of runners, both their elbows are by their side.
Yeah.
Momentarily as they're running, right?
Right.
So today we're going to do a little bit of like a walk jog.
Right.
Now as you're walking, turn one this way and then this way. Right, left, right, left. Get your head to go over your foot as well. There you go, a little bit more shift here. Just stop. Bring this foot forward. Go this hand under. This hand is over. The reason why we're doing this, I know this looks like we're overcomplicating something that's supposed to be simple with running, right? But there's internal and external rotation going on of the upper body and the lower body when you run. And so as you're taking your step, as you go to take a step with the left hand will be under and the right hand will be over. It's because this shoulder here is going to pronate and shoot forward a bit. And we're going to get a twist. So that's our rotation. But in addition to rotation, we're also going to get a side bend. So side bend to that side just a bit.
This way?
So that's rotation.
Oh, so this way?
No, rotate that way. And side bend slightly.
Side bend this way?
You're going to be, so for you, I'm sorry, you're going to, this hand is under. Mm-hmm. You're going to rotate and side bend to this right side.
This way, like that?
Correct. There we go. Yep, I had him go the wrong way there for a second. Even I get a little. I just learned this more recently, right? So then, as we take that next step, it's going to be here. Boom. It's going to be here. Boom. And as we get that locomotion going, it's going to start to transfer into kush, 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 kush. He also has really good shoes on. I know some people get pissed off about Nikes for a lot of various reasons, but if you're a big person, these are Nike Alpha Flies, right?
Yeah.
Nike Alpha Fly it's called a super shoe. It has a carbon fiber foot plate. It's going to make every step a little easier.
Yeah.
It's going to help cushion and soften the blow because that carbon fiber foot plate helps propel you forward. In my opinion, those are the best kind of shoes. Now, Hoka makes a similar shoe. Like there's other companies, Ultra, they also make a shoe with a carbon fiber foot plate. Really, really good idea, especially if you're a bigger guy. So we got those fundamentals down. Now we got that spine moving. Now let's turn it into just a really slow jog. Boom. And now, just kind of for sake of like a drill, instead of having the arms kind of going forward and back, let's even have the arms go a little more side to side. It'll feel kind of awkward. There we go. And keeping that rhythm, they're going to pop in the middle. Pop, 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 pop. You got it. Yep. Good. Now so you can switch back. Now go forward and backwards. So, yeah, that's looking good.
Definitely a different way of learning.
Yeah. So I'm noticing that his left foot, Obi's left foot, is pointing outward a little bit more than the right.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything we need to be crazy about, but you can do a better job
Yeah.
of just keeping your foot straighter.
Right.
It doesn't have to be like straight every time, but straighter. Sometimes if you think about pigeon-toeing your feet,
Right.
it ends up just being straight
Okay.
because you might be wired to be out a little further
Yeah.
because you're a bigger guy. Stop again. You're just gonna walk. Shin splints, problems with your ankles, all these different things that happen to people. Ankle injuries, tendonitis of the knee.
Right.
All these things happen for the same reason, in my opinion. People aren't allowing themselves to recover.
Okay.
And you've been running for a little bit, so maybe you can have more prolonged running for durations of 20, 30 minutes and not have a huge problem with it.
Yeah.
But if you're new to running, walk and jog. And I would say have a 2-to-1 ratio, how long it's taking you to walk versus how long it's taking you to run. So a really simple principle would be 2 minutes of walking followed by a minute of jogging. We haven't even talked about like running, because I think that jogging and running and sprinting are all different. And even within all three of those, there's some major differences.
Right.
Like Usain Bolt, the way that he sprints is very, very high level. Or the way that you see a professional football player, professional soccer player, the way you see those guys sprint, like they're really good at what they do. And so in our head, we're like, oh, I gotta run. And we think that we might have to run like them. But sometimes we're not at that level yet, so we gotta take our time. Let's have you go to this line right here. It's nice to use some of the lines in the road. So we're gonna use this line right here. And obviously because he's so big and his legs are big and stuff, he's not gonna like tightrope this. That doesn't make any sense. But he's gonna keep the midline of his body here as he's running. Also, look down at your feet. There you go. You can think toes in, or you can even think heels out. Some people like to think about their stride in picking up their pace or picking up speed. They like to think about their stride.
Right.
I like to think about more movement of the body, kind of back and forth. So see if you can get your spine to really move this way a lot. You should be able to start to go without thinking about being faster.
Yeah.
You should be able to pick up a bit. Yeah, there you go. Huge tip for running is to push with your tush. So you want to push with your butt. Hand me those little maracas there. Go ahead and actually put your hand on your glute with a step, and you should feel your glute medius fire. And with the step of the right foot, you should feel yourself propelling yourself kind of diagonally to the left.
Yeah.
Right glute, boom, controls the left side.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely feel that.
We're going to be here, okay? As we go to push off from here, notice the weight is here. Most of the weight's here. For me to propel forward, I'm going to push with my big toe and my glute to get me to go into that next space. Boom. Big toe, glute. Big toe, glute. Now I'm going a little sideways, but you want to kind of go straight. Flick of the leg of the foot this way. A lot of people, when they go to run, especially when they go to pick up speed, they start generating a lot of force and their foot is turning this way. In my opinion, that's a huge leak of energy, and in my opinion, that's a recipe to get hurt. If you can keep your feet straighter and you can actually start to rotate this way, you'll learn how to pick up a lot of speed with minimal risk of injury. It might be slower at first, but I think it's going to be more efficient. A lot of cues that we're going over in one day.
Yeah.
If you nail this right, even being a bigger guy, I'm still around 230 pounds. Big man here is about 250, a little taller than me too, right? If you get this right, you can have it look like, I don't know if you've ever seen a baseball player hit a home run.
Yeah.
But they feel so good after they hit that home run that they kind of go, they glide. He said he feels fantastic. There we go. Good, keep straight. That was looking really good.
Yeah. Definitely feels different to how I normally run. It was a little bit more comfortable.
Good.
So I never thought of how you move your shoulders.
Right.
And like from anything up here, usually I know about the arms and relaxing, but never thought of this motion.
And it's my belief that we can have several different kinds of runs. You don't have to really run one way. Like there's no reason why you can't run a little bit like an old person,
right?
You know, and keep it chilling here. And there's no reason why we can't pick up a little bit more. There's no reason why we can't do some runs where the knees are coming up more, or where we're using our hand. Like you've been bodybuilding for a long time, so it's like you built tremendous hamstrings. So when I'm for part of your run, sometimes just use your hammies. You know, that foot is pushing back, right?
Yeah.
So I think it just gives us a lot of options.
Yeah.
And why not be a little playful with it here and there too, where you maybe you jump up on the curb. You know, like we can make it fun, right?
Right.
Probably 80% of my training. Right. There's this zone right Lift up the ball. Push towards the ground. It's almost like, yeah. Great job. Like you're trying to lift yourself off the ground with other arms.
Yep.
And that's an exaggeration. So we can back off that a bit. Yes. That's great. Oh man, I should have thought of this. It's gonna be more dangerous than ever now.
Oh wait. That was incredible because I've learned so much in the space of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That felt so much nicer to that rhythm using this, and the shoulder movement, the hand movement made such a huge difference to how I normally would move. So I'm learning about jogging before running.
Yeah.
That's a big lesson I'm
Nice
gonna take away.
jog.
Yeah.
We only went a little fast at the very end. And that was just a little bit just to kind of, because I knew he was feeling good already.
Yeah. I can't wait to implement this. Like, I'm excited.
It's my belief that fitness in general is a giant stress mitigator for life. And we're thinking about running or lifting. We do need to think about how to stress the body. We also need to think about like a stress mitigation though. When we're doing our lifts in the gym, if we just did curls and put the weight down and did more curls and more curls and more curls and reverse curls and more, and machine curls and just never had any rest, we know how sore we can make ourselves, or if we're training somebody, make somebody else. So you normally have like rest in the middle. The rest is to mitigate the stress so that you can handle more. See how it works? The stress is so that in life you can handle more. So over periods of time, if we give ourselves a little bit of rest, even just a minute's rest, we'll be able to handle that next stressor. Let's just cruise over here. Oh, didn't want to, let's go over here. So what I want to kind of conclude with is that this running style is, I'm not necessarily trying to teach people. I got to also give credit where credit's due. I learned a lot of this stuff from David Weck. Please check him out. Thank you so much, David. Also learned a lot from a group called GOTA, and also learned a lot from Functional Patterns, and also learned a lot from Kelly Starrett. So these are all like little pieces I've taken. But we're trying to mitigate the stress. This is a bunch of kind of falls over and over again. And if I was to jump down from a box, imagine that. Imagine jumping down from a box and going, oh, like that shit hurts, right? If I was to jump down from a box, I'd go, I'm trying to dissipate some of that energy. So here, it's no different. We're trying to dissipate some of that energy into the ground. When I land, I'm gonna bring my head over to this side. When I land on this side, I'll bring my head over to this side. We do it naturally when we go upstairs. You see that a lot when you're going upstairs, especially if you have groceries in your hand. It's push, 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 push. You don't even really know. That's a lot of what we're doing. So get that head to travel over the foot, just like a midi side bend, and also get that rotation up top. Do your best to try to keep the feet straight. I know there's a lot of things to remember. 2 more pieces that I can't forget is, try to drive those elbows back. Don't worry about them coming forward so much. Try to drive the elbows back. And also try not to just, sometimes we tend to like run looking at the ground like this. Bring that body posture up a bit, be a little bit more upright. Strength is never weakness, weakness is never strength. Catch you guys later.